Once again, we're at our secret garage, so let's pull out the vehicle we're driving this week and see what we have. Looks like we've got ourselves a nice luxurious Lexus RX. 4 weeks ago we did a video on the Lexus RX-350. This is the Lexus RX-450h, which I'm sure you already know is the hybrid version of the RX-350. This was the F-Sport version, which jacks the price up a little bit with some luxury features. Overall, this is a nice looking vehicle. It impressed a lot of bystanders since I've been driving it. The previous RX we had was a bright red attention getter. This is a bit more conservative with a dull metallic gray, but they both look pretty good. We went into specific detail on the RX-350 video we did previously, so I'm not going to go on the details on this vehicle as much. We'll have a link for that other video coming up. Instead, we're going to concentrate on fuel economy, because that's what you're buying a hybrid for, right? The standard RX-350 has a V6 engine, putting out just under 300 horsepower, rated at 19 to 26 mpg. This hybrid version has the V6 with 2 electric motors for a total output of 308 horsepower, rated at 30 to 28 mpg. In the real world, on the RX-350, I got around 18 in the city and 20 mpg overall in mixed commuting. On this particular vehicle, I put 100 miles thus far. In mixed city driving and total city driving, it ranges between 25 to 27 mpg. Thus far, that's around 5 to 7 miles per gallon better than the standard RX-350, so there are some fuel economy savings to be found. But with the standard RX rated at 26 mpg on the highway and this at 28 mpg on the highway, there doesn't seem to be much difference. We're going to find out real soon and take this on some several hundred mile highway trips and see what difference we get versus the city and standard mixed commuting. I'll just quickly go over some interior features I like. The entire cabin, quality control is great. Nice materials and workmanship. We get a glove box that has lots of room if you take the owner's manual out and put it somewhere else. Unlike many Toyota vehicles, I'm happy to see the sun visor slide back and forth to keep the sun out in the morning and late afternoon. Like so. We get a nice large computer screen to look at. And unlike many Lexus models that use a finger touch control, we get a nice stick which works far, far better. Thank you. You do have a knob here for Eco mode, Normal mode, Sport, and Sport Plus, for those who want to drive in a hurry. On top of the dash, we get a wide screen with lots of useful information. Here we have a reading of all the fuel consumption history. Press another button, we get an image of the energy monitor. And an excellent camera system giving a 360-degree view. Comes in great when you're parking in tight spaces. And by pressing the stick, all of your setup options. Even though the hybrid RX has more horsepower than the standard RX, there's also a lot of weight because of the batteries. If my memory serves me right, it was like 400 pounds extra, so the 0 to 60 time really isn't any better. That's no big deal because with the battery packs you have lots of massive torque at the bottom end, and this thing does jump off the line pretty good. No complaints, really. If you want your best 0 to 60 time, you take it out of Eco mode, put it in the Sport mode. How about Sport Plus? There we go. Quick enough for me, and we have excellent brakes, by the way. The hybrid version of the RX rides far smoother than the standard RX, although I don't know the real reason why. Maybe it's the extra weight, different shocks. In any case, there's probably no reason to do the speed bump test, but I'm here, so we're going to do it anyway and see what happens. Okay, let's do the speed bump test. We'll start at around 25 miles per hour. That was pretty smooth. Try 30 miles per hour. Reasonably smooth. Here comes another one. Here comes the nasty one. Hang on. Wow, no worse than the others. In fact, the faster I was going, the smoother it was. Interesting. As soft as the suspension is, I don't think we're going to do very good in the turning circle, but let's give it a go. Well, we're not spinning out yet. Yeah, now we're getting some squeal. Not bad. This isn't a sports car though, so what do you expect? We're going to reset the mileage computer and do a highway trip. See if we can up the figures a bit. Stay tuned. Just in case I didn't mention it before, this is one of the smoothest and quietest vehicles on the road. If you rack up a lot of miles every year, this is certainly one you'll enjoy driving. Just thought I'd point that out. Okay, that was a 50-mile trip, averaging 75 miles per hour, 23.9. I was expecting more. Well, we'll go to trip number 2, see if we can do better. By the way, when you put fuel in this vehicle, it requires super premium and not standard unleaded. Just thought I'd let you know. Question of the day, can this Lexus be taken off-road? After all, it is an SUV. Well, yes, you can, but light-duty use only. This is really a luxury car, not a Jeep Wrangler. Dirt roads like this are fine. Hey, I'm in the mood for some steaks. Come on back. Party's just starting. Not very friendly, are they? Ooh, got some horns on you. We took several highway trips in this vehicle. Our worst was 23 mpg, going slightly uphill. With about 400 pounds of gear in the back, 26.7 was our best. About what we were getting in the city and mixed commuting. We're going to take one more freeway test in heavy traffic, so our speed will be rather low, around 55 to 65 miles per hour. And I do have lots of gear in the second row seats and in the back, about 450 pounds worth. I'm sure that might make a difference in the fuel economy. Guess we'll see. Stand by it. Okay, we're getting off the freeway, just did 19 miles at low speeds on the afternoon expressway. Let's take a look at the computer and see what figures we're getting. Looks like heavy traffic brought our average speed down to 48 miles per hour. You can't get much slower than that. And gave us 29.5 mpg. I don't think you can get any better than that. So the question is, should you get the standard RX-350 or the hybrid 450h? Well, doing the math, at least for my calculations, the hybrid runs around $3,500 more over the RX-350. So if you do a lot of city driving, the fuel economy might pay for itself over time. If you do a lot of highway driving, the difference between the MPG between the hybrid and unhybrid isn't that great. So it depends on what type of driving you're doing. The difference between 18 mpg in the city and 25 to 27 in the mpg in the city is great, but the highway mileage, not so great. Either way, both are nice vehicles. Just pay your money and take your pick. In case you missed it, we will have a link for the RX-350 video we did last month, and that link is coming up right now.